Oh.
Sorry about that.
You think you know your neighbors.
How's the new place treating you?
Oh, we love it.
Until you realize you never really do.
Can you cut the noise?
They're puppies.
This started with just some puppies barking and spiraled out of control.
And when that once perfect neighbor loses it,
You always were a disrespectful fat cow.
there's no turning back.
I'm gonna kill you.
He wrote on the side of the church, 666.
Mind your own business.
He could get ugly.
And all of a sudden, he reached in, grabbed my dog.
I don't remember covering a case where there were so many
What's that?
different victims at the hands of one single person.
He was going to kill us.
Hey! Ow! What are you doing? You're moving into the wrong Julie. That Mitchell man is pathetic. And you!
Residents thank their lucky stars. They're living in the picturesque Delrada suburb of Montgomery, Alabama.
That was it, right there in Delrada. It was the American dream.
And it is just absolutely beautiful. It's always been safe. It's always been just a very, very comfortable area. It's just an ideal place to live.
Don't worry, Mom. I got these.
Hon, I'll get everything set in the kitchen.
After growing up on South Georgetown Drive and moving away, telecom worker Jason Clark has returned to live with his mother, Verna.
His reason for moving back was Verna's eyesight was getting bad.
Back on his childhood street, Jason fits right in, like he never left.
I got you, Jason.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Verna got you running around again?
Always.
Longtime resident and hospital worker, Sarah Chandler, has known Jason since he was a teenager.
Jason and I always had a good neighborly relationship. He appeared to be real nice, and he was living with his mother, but seemed to be all right. Jason seemed to be all right.
This charming neighborhood doesn't just draw old neighbors back. It's also a magnet for brand new residents, like college student Kristen Hamilton.
Hi.
Who's this?
This is Missy. Oh.
She is really just out on her own for the first time. Very excited about moving into the Delrada neighborhood and into this house. And just excited. Easy fella. Nice to meet you.
Don't worry, the worst she'll do is lick you to death.
Well, welcome to the best street in the neighborhood. I'm Jason.
Kristen.
Nice to meet you.
I remember Jason welcoming her to the neighborhood.
Jason, honey, can you come on in and give me
And honestly, if there's anything else you need, just let me know.
Thank you.
No worries.
Nice guy.
Kristen was excited about being a new homeowner.
Just a typical girl next door.
On this street, there's always a helpful neighbor next door, happy to lend a hand.
Joe's another one who lived next door to Jason. They were like
neighbor.
the best sopranos.
Hi, neighbor. How you doing? Doing okay, thank you. By the way, thank you so much for helping me out with the yard last week. Not even a problem at all. I'm happy to.
Joe Gross, a state welfare worker, lives with his dog Abigail, and he's also known Jason for years.
As a young teenager, he grew up there. And he would do things for me. He would blow my drive off. He would blow the leaves. We got along great.
With Jason back on the block, the old friendship has just picked up where it left off.
Oh my God. I do not know what is up with this thing. It just won't stop beeping.
Sounds like you got an update, my friend.
Is that what that is?
I'm very technology challenged. And Jason would help me update my phone.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Verna, how you doing?
Now, don't be letting my voice back off now.
Don't worry, I'll be your eyes and ears on this guy.
There isn't a happier community in Delrada, and they're oblivious to the terrible things coming their way.
Why don't you come over here and say it to my face?
Missy?
For the time being, life in this suburb continues as it always has. And Kristen becomes a full-fledged member of the street.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, here.
how's the new place treating you?
Oh, we love it, but boy, it's been busy.
Yeah.
It's about to get even busier with this one becoming a mommy. Aren't you, girls?
Yeah, it's a dog neighborhood.
Let me know if you need any help with anything. I'm happy to help.
Thank you.
A
did have some puppies, new puppies, that were barking as dogs do.
They're cute, they're adorable. Everybody wants to come and see the puppies. Of course, there's going to be noise. It's understandable.
I would hear them bark some when I was outside.
The barking goes on for days and nights, and suddenly the tune on the street has changed.
Hey, Kristen!
What's up?
Can you cut the noise, please?
They're puppies. What can I do?
I don't know. Bring them somewhere where they don't annoy your neighbors.
Relax, Jason. They'll be going to new homes in a couple weeks.
No, that's too long. Maybe deal with it now.
Kristen is surprised by Jason's reaction. But the barking seems to follow him everywhere.
All right, let's 2 out of 3.
Hey! Kristen! Cut the noise!
There's really not very much space between these houses.
Shut those doors up! Enough is enough.
I guess he thought that it was going to be a permanent fixture for him, and he wasn't going to have any of that.
Yeah, I'd like to make a complaint.
I knew they were upset about the dog, but I didn't know that they were as upset to the extent that it developed into.
South Georgetown Drive is about to find out just how upset Jason is.
I knew that they were planning something. I just didn't know it was court.
Kristen Hamilton? You've been served a subpoena.
A subpoena?
Yes, ma'am. Please show up to court on that date.
Are you kidding me?
It seems so out of character, but Jason is launching a legal war against Kristen. She turns to neighbor Sarah Chandler for help.
I can't believe it. Jason is suing me because of the pups.
I was very surprised that they would do that. I had known Jason for a good 25 years, that he had been around, and it just started taking a different turn then.
I need you to testify on my behalf at court.
I did not want to get involved in it, for sure, but, if I have to go, I have to go.
Please, Sarah.
Okay.
Thank you.
The trial pits neighbor against neighbor.
Jason and Verna wanted me to go to court with them as character witnesses. I never testified. I stayed out.
At some points in the proceedings, it looks like Jason will lose the case.
I told the judge that the dogs were not bothering me at all. I could not hear them bark or anything.
Despite Sarah's testimony, the court rules against Kristen, and she's fined $500 for noise complaints relating to her pets.
My understanding was she had 10 dogs at that time.
It's a win for Jason, yet the outcome settles nothing.
But it's really only made things worse.
Especially worse for Sarah, who testified on Kristen's side.
Jason, my testifying. Look, it was nothing personal. I was just trying to have
I don't
Chris...
need to hear it. You've already made it perfectly clear where your loyalties lie.
Jason used a few obscenities to me that day. So I knew then I was on guard from then on.
But I was just... Jason, come on!
Hello?
I'll make you pay for this, you crazy bitch. You made a big mistake.
I'm 100% sure it was Jason.
911, what's the emergency?
My neighbor's threatening me. South Georgetown Drive. Please hurry.
So I knew then there was a problem. It was definitely a problem.
People were afraid to go out of their house in fear of being harmed or killed.
It's crazy how that totally went out of control with that initial noise complaint.
After Sarah Chandler calls 911 stating she's been threatened by her neighbor, officers go to speak with Jason.
Hello there. Are you, Jason Clark?
Yeah?
Your neighbor said you threatened her.
My neighbor?
No?
No way. That's BS. Absolutely not.
At that point, it's just a he said, she said.
He definitely threatened me. He said he'd make me pay. Now I'm scared of what he might do.
He's denying making a threat. Do you have a recording?
No!
I think the city of Montgomery actually thought it was just a neighborhood problem and was not as intense as it was.
Unless you can provide evidence, there's nothing we can do.
You're not gonna do anything? Are you kidding?
It was very scary. I lived by myself. My husband died like 20 years ago. And it was very scary to me.
The next day, Sarah discusses the phone call with neighbor Brenda Biller.
I've never heard him talk like that before. It was disturbing.
I'm sure it was just the heat of the moment. Things will calm down.
But that's not going to happen.
Hey, what are you guys gossiping about? Me?
No one's talking about you, Jason. You're just paranoid.
You always were a disrespectful fat cow.
No one could have imagined Jason ever talking like this to anyone.
He has two sides, but I'm here to tell you the good side. You know, he can't play good boy for a very long time.
I think now Jason loved to pick on women. I think he loved to do that because I was a good target for him.
You okay out here?
Brenda's husband, Paul Biller, is outraged at Jason's behavior.
I'm gonna have a word with him.
She was really upset. You know, she's an adult, she can handle herself, but she's still my wife. I want a piece of him.
Hey, I've been hearing you're causing some trouble and calling my wife names. That better stop, mister.
I was watching my P's and Q's and trying to make sure that I didn't go over the line. I didn't mind, saying things back to him.
You got some audacity.
Boss, look, just stop it.
Shut up!
Paul tried to talk to him, but it really only fueled his fire.
With neighbors alarmed over the radical shift in Jason, Paul decides to stand guard.
Paul is an ex-policeman and definitely wants to make sure the community is looked after.
We have an open carry law, and I went and bought a weapon that was stainless steel, so it wasn't dark, nice and shiny. So when I walked down the street, it would show up very well.
Paul is a block captain, neighborhood watch, doing what folks in neighborhoods across our country do in an effort to try and keep their community safe.
But Jason doesn't see it that way.
Why are you playing cop? Mind your own business.
He doesn't like authority. He doesn't like being told what to do.
Are you gonna make me? Hey, shouldn't you be inside with that barn animal wife of yours? Huh?
He'd make sexual comments about her and so forth and such, and just trying to edge me on.
Give her one from me there, old McDonald.
Suddenly, the shouting match turns deadly serious.
Why don't you come over here and say it to my face?
I stopped and looked up at him, and I could see that he was hiding something behind his leg, and I assumed it was a gun.
Paul believes Jason is trying to lure him onto his property in order to shoot him.
But he kept trying to come up with different ways to confront me and goad me into something.
Why don't you come over here?
Neither man wants to be the one to back down, but Paul doesn't want to resort to violence.
You're not worth it.
I'm not stupid enough to do that. My ego is not so fragile that some loudmouth shooting his mouth off about sexual innuendos about my wife is going to get me all upset.
This standoff ends without anyone getting hurt. Yet there's no way to put the Jason genie back in the bottle.
Victorious. I think that he would have seen that as a win.
I would go to work in the morning. I worked at a hospital here, and I would leave in the dark.
Where's that?
He would jump out of the bushes to scare his neighbors.
It was really getting really bad. It was escalating.
I need the police at South Georgetown Drive. My neighbor's harassing me.
I did call the police a lot during this whole period of time. We all did.
The police would come out, and Jason was always very rude and hostile.
I don't know what to tell you. You guys need to leave me alone. How about that?
The police don't have enough evidence to press charges.
Go fight some real
They
crime.
don't even know who to believe.
Mr. Clark has no respect for authority.
Joe Gross is deeply concerned.
I would advise him, Jason, you don't need to talk to the police like this. You need to try to get along with them, because they're never going to be on your side as long as you treat them the way you do.
I don't remember asking your opinion, man. How about you mind your own business? Okay. Thanks, Joe. Great advice.
Well, sometimes he listened and sometimes he would get upset with me for saying things, and he could get ugly.
It really escalated things once the police became involved.
For the first time, shots are fired.
Who knows what could happen, when bullets start flying.
Tensions are going to be higher. Anger. There's going to be a lot of anger. There's going to be a lot of fear.
Neighbors on South Georgetown Drive don't know how to cope with Jason Clark's accelerating rage and abuse.
I came home from work one day, and my front door was shot out. Glass was everywhere. It got very, very scary and creepy.
Sarah calls the police.
Right over my head, bullets. In my home.
In her mind, there's no question Jason is the one responsible.
Why do you think your neighbor did this?
Because nobody else would do this.
We assumed it wasn't anyone else but him.
When confronted, Jason denies any involvement in the shooting.
We heard shots were fired.
I don't know what to tell you. That's insane. I haven't done anything wrong. She needs to get off my back. You need to get off my property.
Police department did go out and investigate, but of course, unless they had a witness who actually saw the person shoot into the house or they have a confession, it's really hard for them to know who did it.
With no proof, authorities are unable to make an arrest.
And it was awfully hard, to go to sleep at night, to wake up in the morning not knowing what to expect. Every day when I got up, I thought, what's awaiting me this morning?
During his neighborhood patrols, Paul Biller discovers that Jason's behavior is getting even more disturbing.
What the hell are you doing? You better stop hassling my mom or you'll be sorry.
He would dress up in what is known as a ghillie suit, which is used by hunters to disguise themselves or blend in with the environment.
He called out at me, something about, don't you ever threaten my mother again.
What are you talking about? I haven't even talked to her.
I'm going to kill you. Well, I said, okay, somebody, mess with me like that. So I looked at the watch and, I got 5 minutes. I got time.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I commend Paul for trying to do what he could, and I think anyone in the neighborhood, he was equipped to be that person, to come face to face with Jason Clark and say, listen, this has got to stop. Look at what you're doing to everyone around you.
Jason is not going to let up on his campaign of abuse and immediately launches the next assault.
It was just like a coliseum being lit up.
I mean, when you say lights, you just don't think about just like you think regular lights, but these were blinding lights.
Jason! Knock it off or I'm calling the cops!
Yet Jason is already one step ahead of his neighbors.
He had a police scanner, and he knew when they were coming to the house.
More than 30.
Jason Clark knew how to skirt around the system and keep from getting things to a certain point so that he could continue doing what he was doing.
By the time police arrive, Jason has already turned off the lights. There's no evidence of any wrongdoing. They leave without pressing any charges. For Sarah and her neighbors, it feels like nothing will ever change.
We had to try something. It was getting desperate.
Hoping to gather evidence, Sarah joins others on the street in installing security cameras.
He was very angry about these cameras being put up.
But even with video evidence of Jason's light show, law enforcement still does not press charges.
That is when I learned that, unfortunately, at that time, the Montgomery Police Department was not willing to help them. And I verified that. I went all the way up to the top of the police department at the time. They felt this was a neighborhood dispute and they were not going to get involved in it.
Neighbors like Kristen Hamilton continue organizing to maintain the pressure on local authorities.
We have to keep calling the police. He won't stop otherwise.
We had meetings. The more he acted up, the more we talked it up at Neighborhood Watch.
Okay, well, let me know.
It's more invasive and alarming than anything they've experienced yet.
We have to keep calling the police. He won't stop otherwise.
He had taken a recording of her phone call, and he had put it on a loudspeaker from his command post. This guy's capturing communication.
My neighbor's harassing me. My neighbor's harassing me. My neighbor's harassing
Jason specifically targets Sarah Chandler.
I want to report my neighbor, Jason Clark. He's harassing me.
I was calling the police, and he would broadcast it on loud speakers.
I'm afraid. Send someone right away.
You should be able to have a personal phone conversation inside your house, but Jason Clark even robbed them of something as simple as that. That really starts to weigh on you when you don't feel like you can be at home in your home.
We have to keep calling the police. He won't stop otherwise.
Jason!
Please, my neighbor. He's
Jason!
broadcasting all of our phone calls. This is
enough.
crazy.
Enough!
Even Jason's last friend on the street, Joe Gross, has reached his limit.
This needs to stop!
It was just a frightening time. I tried for the longest to not respond to anything that he was doing.
But Joe can't ignore the full-size trees Jason has recently planted and the damage they're doing to his property.
Jason!
I realized that the ground was cracked and the root, part of the root was exposed.
Those roots are growing into my lawn from your trees. Those trees have got to move. Tell someone who cares.
I said, Jason, I have taken this from you, this verbal abuse, and I'm not taking it anymore.
Joe and Jason, I guess, had had disagreements in the past, but this is the first time it went beyond that level.
Joe has now entered Jason's line of fire. His birdhouse is smashed to pieces.
I just reached the point after 6 months that I couldn't take it anymore.
Joe decides to take matters into his own hands.
I mentioned to Jason about the roots growing under my driveway. He absolutely refused to take any action. I, at that point, decided to take action myself and chop that root from the trunk of that tree.
That bond was broken, and there was no turning back. There was a sense of fear. There was a sense of dread, and things were escalating.
Jason Clark can't believe neighbor Joe Gross is savaging his trees.
What are you doing? That's mine! It's on my property, and you're not welcome on it anymore.
I reached the point that I had put up with all of the terror that I could stand.
Unfortunately for Joe and all the other neighbors, the ongoing nightmare is far from over.
You gotta be kidding me.
So they start to see him build up his walls, quite literally.
Jason has erected high walls all around his property line and plastered them with warning signs.
It was absolutely horrendous. I think at one time everyone counted, it was like 20 or 25 signs he had up there that no trespassing. It was just such an eyesore. It was just unreal.
The neighbors may be horrified, but Jason's new construction is perfectly legal.
He threatened me that if I ever did do anything, that he was going to have me arrested, even if I tried to paint it. But I let it stay there because I just wanted to try to keep down any more harassment than I was already getting.
But restraint and decency don't serve Joe in any way. On one occasion, according to Joe,
Enjoy your trip, Joe?
Jason appears holding a gun.
hear him spinning the cylinder on a pistol, threatening me and saying, "You better enjoy life while you can."
Fearing for his life, Joe takes steps to defend himself.
I carried that pistol because I had gotten scared to death of it.
And worse is yet to come.
We have 2 dogs, 2 babies. They're like our children. So I had to take one of them to the vet. It was a really nice, pretty morning. And all of a sudden, he reached in my window and grabbed my dog. It shocked me. I didn't know what to do. I was scared to step on the gas. I was scared to get snatched.
Fortunately for Brenda, Jason doesn't harm her dog this time.
Who would think that somebody, and it wears you down.
After 3 years of misery and no help from police, the battered community rallies to fight back in court.
We decided we had finally enough evidence to present a very strong case.
Jason Clark?
What?
You've been served a subpoena, sir. Make sure you show up to court on that date.
I don't care.
So all of that led to them filing charges along the way from 2011 to 2014 in municipal court. So these would have been misdemeanor charges.
After hearing from all sides, the judge rules in the community's favor. Jason is forced to leave the street.
So these court actions resulted in Mr. Clark being issued restraining orders against him from living within a certain amount of distance with these neighbors.
But astonishingly, Jason has found a group of guardian angels. Janet Boyd is a member of the local church.
Here, let me help you with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There was a local congregation in the neighborhood that heard about Mr. Clark and had lived there for so long, and they felt sorry for him and actually donated a house for him to live in that was owned by the church so that he would have a place to live.
He was a nice guy, and of course, as some people get in dire straits sometimes, and you just want to help them,
Jason may have been ordered off the street, but he's still living close by.
And we knew at that point that Jason was extremely angry at all of us, and we knew that, he would do anything to get revenge on us. So it wasn't a comfort or a relief.
The tormentor ignores the restraining order and continues to harass his former friends.
You're a dead man walking, Joe.
He was always out, waiting on me, and I could never figure out how he knew when I was coming home.
It seemed that everything that was going on in his house, Jason knew about.
Joe enlists the help of Paul Biller in his quest for answers.
Did you say Jason had access to your phone?
Yeah, he would do all the updates for me.
It's discovered that Jason has remained logged into Joe's phone account.
It never dawned on me that because he had the password to my phone, that he was tracking me on my phone.
Joe changes his password to get Jason off his tail.
In fact, I think he may have gotten worse because I think he was...
This is another setback.
This water bill is really expensive, and how can it be this,
Janet is determined to speak with her guest and makes an alarming discovery.
We found out that he was slipping inside the church and using the church's computer. And my husband said, Jason, I believe you're taking advantage of the church. When my husband said that to him, this man changed into what looked like a devil. His face was red, his eyes were red, he started cursing. So we knew then that something was terribly, terribly wrong with Jason. We were in trouble. Yeah, he was not the person he made out to be.
They started the eviction process, and under Alabama law, you have You have to give them 30 days in order to move out.
Jason takes advantage of those days to strike back at the Good Samaritans.
And then he wrote on the side of the church, 666. He broke bottles and light bulbs all over the churchyard, all over the grass, so that the children could not walk through there. It was sickening. We were good shepherds to him. You know, we were trying to help a guy out.
While the congregation deals with evicting Jason, all across his old neighborhood, gardens are mysteriously dying. And for some residents, like Kristen Hamilton, something much worse.
Missy, wake up.
They did an autopsy, and her dog had died of a massive dose of rat poison.
Missy?
Kristen had told me that Jason at one time had told her that he was going to kill her dog.
Joe's beloved companion suffers the same terrible fate.
Abigail!
Poisoned to death.
Abigail, I had to put down because of the pain from the nerve damage. She was like a companion, like my child. As far as I'm concerned, she was my child.
There's something seriously wrong with somebody's mind who would do bad things to an animal.
A devout Catholic, Joe resolves to send a message to his neighbor.
I know Verna went to the Baptist church nearby. I don't know whether Jason went, but I did sense that he had some faith in God. I put a sign up. It was something to the effect, God does not like...
Has the opposite effect.
What are you playing at?
Jason came out of the house, and he attacked me.
Give me that sign back, or what? Kill my dog.
No!
It takes somebody with a touch of evil in them to do things like that.
Joe Gross lies badly beaten in the street.
He's really hurt. There's so much blood.
By then, Jason couldn't stand Joe. You know, he was a target for him, too, like we all were.
Hit me with the hammer. I was acting in self-defense. It was not my fault.
Jason is lying through his teeth to the police.
Sir, put your hands behind your back.
Jason protests his innocence to responding officers, claiming self-defense.
You got a lot of nerve showing your face at me like this. How dare you?
Mr. Clark claimed that Mr. Gross was the one who attacked him.
But Sarah and another witness detail a different version of events, in which Jason attacked Joe.
But I did have the hammer up in the air. He came at me, had me in a bear hug. I couldn't even move. And he threw me down on the pavement. And he started hitting me in the face. He broke my glasses. And then he was taking my head and banging it into the pavement.
Oh my God, Joe! No!
I began shouting at Jason to get off of Joe.
I finally hit him in the back with my knees, and it knocked him forward off of me.
Don't do it, Jason. Jason.
He immediately grabbed the hammer. Well, I thought he was going to kill me then.
Jason, don't.
It appeared he had taken that hammer and had split his lip wide open. He had a couple of teeth knocked out.
That's kind of a weasel this guy really is. You know, he's nutbag.
He knew that there were two witnesses to his attacking me, and I believe he knew that he was in trouble now. The paramedics checked me out. I was just scared to death.
After receiving treatment, Jason is arrested for assault.
We go to court and we testify.
Despite witnesses to the
dumbfounded. The impression we got from the verdict was that the judge thought that this was just a neighborhood squabble.
This time, the neighborhood refuses to back down. They turn to District Attorney Daryl Bailey.
They found a DA and prosecutors who saw the scope and the magnitude of what was going on. They took the time to sit down with all of these victims and hear what they had been going through.
All right.
This was more than a neighborhood dispute, and that this was possible criminal behavior and that it needed to be looked into.
Search warrant for Jason Clark.
We got a local circuit judge to sign a search warrant, and local law enforcement went into the residence to serve the search warrant.
What they discover over at Jason's house is more shocking than we could ever imagine.
It was a true arsenal. It was everything. It was 40,000 rounds of ammunition, all kinds of weapons.
Law enforcement found photos and videos of the neighbors. We found journals that he had created about the different neighbors and their patterns, something that you would see when you catch a serial killer.
He was going to kill us. There's no doubt in our minds that at some point in time, he was going to use those weapons.
Citing the evidence gathered in the house search, Jason Clark is charged with 2 counts of aggravated stalking against Sarah Chandler and Kristen Hamilton.
This judge told the audience that he had sentenced people to life in prison. He had sentenced people to death row, and he had never seen anybody in his court before that was more dangerous than Jason Clark.
Jason pleads guilty and is sentenced to 2 20-year sentences to be served consecutively.
He is an evil person controlled by some dark place.
For Joe Gross, the terrible memories are too much to bear. He donates his house to his church and leaves the neighborhood for good.
I don't really hold any animosity towards Jason. I've forgiven him for everything he's did to me. That does not mean that I don't think he should serve the time for his actions.
Jason's mother, Verna, still lives in her home to this day.
We do not see her very often. Every once in a while, you'll see her outside.
His house serves as a daily reminder of everything. I never thought in my neighborhood I would have to watch my back.
No 1 or 2 people can get through something like this. It takes sticking together, stay unified.
You're safe now.
Be persistent. Don't give up. Take it to the highest level that you need to get something done.
A new neighbor can be a blessing for some.
Try this yoga studio. It really helped me with my range of motion during chemo.
It can be very meaningful to find someone else who understands what you're going through.
But those blessings can take a toll on others.
Come on, we're almost there. Aren't you going to pick that up?
I'm certain that he lived with some pain.
Put the damn cigarette out!
We're on to this. There's no moment of questioning.
Snitch! You can't hide from me!
It's a very scary thought that something like this could happen.
Not done yet.
Hey! What are you doing? Hey, you're moving anywhere, won't you leave? It's you!
A quiet alternative to neighboring Vancouver, Burnaby, British Columbia is a laid-back community with stunning coastal mountain views.
Most of the area itself is large, beautiful parks and public spaces for people to share.
Like any other Canadian city, good hardworking people.
70th in Granville has many retirees who enjoy the best of all worlds. Nice apartments in a peaceful neighborhood, but a short walk to the busy main street.
Burnaby would be a wonderful place to retire. A plethora of services, doctors and hospitals and clinics. The area that we're talking about here is more of a densely populated area, sort of 3- and 4-story apartment buildings, most of them built up in the 60s.
Renting a suite in one of those buildings is Lance Stanberg, a seasonal oil worker.
Lance Stanberg is a man in his late 40s, full of a sort of machismo energy.
He was a laborer in the oil fields. He had seasonal work and came in and out of Vancouver.
Lance might be around home for 10, 15, 30 days at a time, and maybe off to northern Alberta, far into the backcountry, and you'll spend whatever it is, 10 days, 14 days, 30 days at camp.
Well, I really outdone myself this time.
Lance spends his days at home caring for Lorraine Rain, his landlady of 15 years, who is suffering from health issues.
I understood she had cancer. It was treated.
And 2 of these with food.
You're too good to me.
Don't mention it.
Okay.
Now, don't worry about it. Okay? Now, let's eat our food.
Lorraine had reduced mobility due to her age, her social situation, and her cancer. Help is likely an absolute lifeline for her.
Due to their close living conditions, the pair has become very friendly.
From what we understand, Lance saw her as a mother figure, referred to her as his mother.
I can get the door myself. I'm not dead yet.
Okay, Mom. Okay.
The two were close. He cared very much about her, and vice versa.
The younger man frequently takes Lorraine to run errands in his prized vehicle.
You know, loving your truck is as Canadian as loving hockey.
I think Lance put his own little spin on it to make it his own little baby.
Today, the pair notices an unfamiliar car parked in the lot.
Do you think that open unit finally has a tenant?
I don't know. Only one way to find out.
Moving in across the hall from Lorraine and Lance is 58-year-old Ronald March, a former security systems analyst.
Oh, hey neighbor. We wanted to stop by and welcome you to the building.
Oh, hi, come on in.
Ron was pleasant with everybody. Nobody really had anything bad to say about Ronald.
He was a very avid reader. He was very intelligent.
When I met him was all shelvings of books, even in the bedroom. It was like you were in a library, a small little library.
I'm Lorraine. This is Lance.
Hey, it's good to meet you. Where are you moving from?
Well, actually, I'm from this neighborhood, and just need something a little bit more affordable. Breakfast of Champions. I have a disease I gotta kind of keep under control.
Ron had lupus, which is an autoimmune disorder. It's a sort of absolute loss of energy at a cellular level. Lupus can be serious enough to lead to very chronic and acute disorders, and it is an expensive disease to live with.
Ron feels lucky to have secured subsidized housing due to his disability, and hopes the quiet neighborhood will be the perfect place to focus on his health.
He was very fit when he was younger. He became a martial arts expert. He had a black belt. He kept his training up. That helped him mitigate the symptoms of lupus.
Lupus sounds terrible. Cancer's messing with me. I have just the thing for you. Try this yoga.
Fantastic. This is so much of a help. I appreciate it.
When people have chronic illness, they report that they lose friendships rapidly. Family members don't understand where they're coming from. They face judgment.
In this case, they bonded because of their own illnesses. Ron was very sympathetic, and Lorraine had some issues.
Thank you. We'll see you around, neighbor.
Good to meet you.
For people in that situation, it can be very meaningful to find someone else who understands what you're going through.
But common ground can still fracture.
Put that damn cigarette out!
Come back!
I just was shocked. Just shocked.
Shortly after moving in, Ron sits down for dinner when there is a knock at his door.
I'm in a bind. I have a package in the lobby and the elevator's broken. What? Lance can't help him?
Lance is away. When Lance was not around, Lorraine needed somebody to help her. It seems that Ron is Lorraine's new lifeline.
Please, I'm worried it's gonna get stolen. All right. Whatever you need. Thank you.
Ron was a compassionate man, kind, and despite dealing with his own chronic illness, he was giving of his time and energy.
When Ron reaches the lobby, he's alarmed to discover the package he's to help with is a heavy, oversized keyboard.
What the hell?
Oh, please, I couldn't possibly lift this.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Ronald, he seemed to be a nice guy, always wanted to, help people out. Just your nice neighbor trying to do the right thing.
I believe physical tasks would cause him pain. I'm certain that he lived with some pain all the time. Ron hauls the instrument up the stairs.
Come on, we're almost there.
A task made more difficult by his condition.
I'm doing my best.
Lupus is a very difficult autoimmune disorder to manage. It would have taken his constant attention to ensure that he had energy to spare, and if he was gifting that energy to his neighbors, he would have had very little left to take care of himself.
He was very good to people, but he also was probably too trusting. He opened himself to getting hurt. And for Ron, the weight will become more than he can bear.
I hate to ask, but I...
Okay.
Thank you, Ron.
It seems like Ron may have been the type of person that had trouble saying no.
Yet Lorraine doesn't have a problem asking for his assistance, constantly.
He was taking her to buy groceries, appointments, going out to pick up medication.
Just give me 5 minutes.
Thank you, Ron.
Lorraine relied very heavily on Ron's presence and his graciousness.
Ron soon feels Lorraine views his help as less of a gesture and more of a right.
When we're put into desperate situations and see ourselves as less than others, there can arise a feeling that I owed something.
Aren't you going to pick that up?
In that place of desperation, that entitlement can sometimes come from lack of being able to meet your own needs and an understanding that I deserve to do more than survive. But once those tasks and those favors became an expectation of Ron, that weight, it can be a lot.
Did Lorraine consider him a servant rather than a friend? She could very well have.
That kind of pressure could have been a heavy weight and a trigger for him.
Lorraine's incessant requests keep Ron under pressure. But what happens next leaves him in fear. It's a very scary thought that something like this could happen.
Stay away from me, leave my mom alone.
Ron would have reached a breaking point under the pressure of the pain and flare-ups of his lupus.
They were going to get a takeout from the Chinese restaurant.
Ronald March's temper finally erupts after he's roped into taking Lorraine Rain on yet another errand. According to him, her behavior starts threatening his health.
No smoking in the car.
Cigarette smoke could have exacerbated his symptoms.
Fevers, joint and swelling pain, massive headaches, shortness of breath. That would be pretty upsetting.
I could see him stopping the car and asking her to either put out the cigarette or leave.
Put that damn cigarette out!
Why should I?
Because cigarette smoke messes with my lupus.
Come on, you're making that up.
She didn't stop, and then he got upset.
And what happens next? Only few. He basically told her to leave his car. And she got angry.
No way.
Lorraine refuses to exit her neighbor's vehicle, so Ron does the unthinkable.
Ron pushed her out.
What the hell?
It's preservation. He needed to control his symptoms.
Anything that would have broken that cycle could have offered him a lot of relief.
But his relief will be short-lived.
Come back!
There's no world where it's okay to pull over a vehicle and physically push someone out. There was likely enough there for her to say he assaulted me when he pushed her out of the vehicle.
Police! My neighbor just attacked me. Come and arrest him!
After Lorraine calls the police, who show up at Ron's door, he is placed under arrest for assault.
When Ron tries to tell his side of the story, Lorraine ups the ante on her accusation.
Come on, you gotta listen to me. She started it.
He hit me.
What?
In that moment, picturing the character that we've painted of Ron, it's not hard to imagine someone just losing it for a minute and being unable to control their emotions and becoming physical.
Put the damn cigarette out!
You lie. You hit me. She just wants to see me in jail. Come on, move.
I could see him pushing her out of the car if she refused to go. I can't see him hitting her.
Maybe he might have just slapped the cigarette out of her mouth.
Regardless of which version of events is true, Ron is taken into custody and assault charges are laid.
Maybe Ron hit her, maybe he did not. Maybe she regretted calling the police for a number of reasons. Lorraine may have considered, the things that Ron had helped her with. Perhaps that it did mean something to her.
Yes, that's right. Forget about it. I just want to move on from this mess. I want you to release that man. Do you hear me?
Lorraine drops the charges very shortly afterwards.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
It's a bullet dodged, or so Ron thinks. I think she had another way of obtaining revenge. After returning home, Ron goes to apologize to Lorraine. I think Ron felt bad. It's not something that he would want to do. But his neighbor isn't in a forgiving mood.
Hey, Lorraine, what do you say? Let's talk about this.
I'm not interested.
Have it your way, then.
Introvert, he would withdraw. Despite Ron's efforts, the divide between the two households is now a canyon. He wrote her off as a friend at that point. The neighbors are done, but not finished. On the contrary.
Very shortly after Ron pushed Lorraine out of the car and was arrested, Lance comes home from working up north.
Their happy reunion quickly turns dark.
Oh, careful, I'm really sore still.
What happened? Did you fall?
Hardly.
Lorraine told Lance about the incident, and then Lance was upset.
Ron shoved you out of his car. Ron did this. I'll be right back.
Lance's response to hearing from Lorraine about this alleged assault is to head over to Ron's apartment at 3 in the morning and start banging on the door. It would have been alarming, unprecedented, very worrying.
Okay, the damn building better be on fire or something. Okay, I'm almost there.
Leave my arm alone.
There's no moment of questioning, no moment for Ron to sort of defend himself or give his side of the story. And given Lance's work in the oil fields, he was a muscular, fit person. Ron's chronic and debilitating illness means that there was no situation in which Ron stood a chance defending himself.
Next time, it'll be worse.
Please.
police came out to get a story, they also went down the hall to find Lance, and of course Lance took off.
Wait. Where's Lance?
Why all the fuss?
Where is he? Ma'am, do you know where your tenant is? Ma'am, he has a previous record.
Record or not, he's not here.
It's easy enough to just to say, like, I haven't spoken to him.
Let's go.
Lance knew. He knew the police were looking for him.
He found out the police were coming.
Unable to return home, Lance vanishes into the night. Despite his own actions, he blames Ron for his predicament. Ron is treated and released from hospital that night, yet fears his next encounter with Lance will be his last.
Lance kicked the door, and a lot of the injuries that Ronald suffered were actually from the door that basically hit him in the face. Lance was quite angry with Ronald. In retrospect, he was probably the ultimate bully.
You can't hide from me! Go away!
I know Lance fled the scene, and cops now would be looking for him, that he would be able to go back.
One of Lance's methods of evading law enforcement was to not have an address or any paperwork that could sort of trace him back to a location.
The police told me that they felt like he was sleeping in his car. That's why they couldn't locate him. Despite the risk of arrest, Lance Stanberg won't be kept away from Lorraine Rain.
Some have speculated about the romantic nature of that relationship.
Oh, you didn't have to do
Got
this.
you some groceries.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Whether good friends or lovers, Lorraine and Lance are devastated to be apart. And for Ron, his home will never be the same.
Everybody was happy here until you moved in.
Neighbors were saying that Lorraine was criticizing Ron.
You again. What are you doing here?
I live here. As much right to be here as you do.
Ron finds his neighbor's behavior excessive, while Lorraine believes she's the one who's been wronged.
You ruined everything for me. You chased away Lance. Who's supposed to take care of me now? I have no one to take me to my doctor's appointments.
Well, that's not my problem.
Staircases. They knew where each other lived. There was a lot of awkwardness and tension.
Ron retreats into his apartment, becoming increasingly reclusive and paranoid. There were extra locks on his door.
Who's there? Go away!
He was, again, more of a recluse, more of an introvert. His character is to withdraw.
So Ron's now living with the knowledge that he is not in a secure space. There is someone out there who is incredibly angry with a hairpin trigger.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for calling back. Look, I'm supposed to be on the rig next week, but my contract hasn't come in yet.
When Lance contacts his employer for his new schedule, he's stunned to learn he's been terminated.
Wait, what? Why?
At this point, what Lance is facing is the loss of a lucrative job, the loss of his income, the ability to get hired again, because he's also now facing a criminal record. is in the throes of a pretty desperate space. He's probably scared.
With his life falling apart around him, Lance returns to his former home to unleash his wrath on Ron.
When Ron's trying to enter his apartment.
There you are.
Lance blindsides him.
What are you doing here? Stay away from me, Lance.
Lance actually takes a weapon, a metal rod.
And he started hitting him with this metal pipe.
And Ron is, again, not in a position to defend himself.
Miraculously, Ron summons the strength to escape the attack.
What it would have taken Ron to escape is really mind-blowing, with the amount of force that Lance came at him with.
I'm pretty sure that his training as a martial arts black belt helped him to get...
Well, he told me how he was able to have enough strength to close the door behind him, to be able to lock him out.
You can't hide from me! Yes.
And Ron makes this, phone call to the police, once again reporting a violent assault, perhaps an attempt on his life.
What's happening, sir?
This guy showed up and I was bleeding the hallway and he started hitting me with a stick.
What's your address?
I was melting the other top.
Without a solid lead on Lance's whereabouts, police are at a loss.
So has Lance Stamberg been through here? We're trying to find him.
I told you he's not here.
Ma'am,
She knows where he is. You gotta find him. It's a miracle I'm going to the hospital, not the morgue.
Sir, we are gonna try, okay? But we can't arrest someone if we can't find them.
Gotta find him. Otherwise, I'm a dead man. Please, find him.
He very well, could have thought he could have been killed.
Authorities are unable to locate Lance, but when he finds Ron, only one man will survive. It's a very scary thought that something like this could happen. You never know what's going through that person's mind, what they're capable of.
You're not gonna get away with what you did to me.
I can't even imagine what it would feel like to have been assaulted multiple times in a short period of time by someone who's seemingly intent on taking your life.
Lance's latest attack sends Ron to hospital for 10 days.
Well, he was had cuts over his eye. You can see there were stitches. His face was bruised up, and his body was banged up too.
He had very difficult time walking after he was discharged.
Damn it.
Letting go of that living situation would have put a lot of things in flux for him in terms of access to his medical services. But the fear of another attack, whether he thought he could survive it or not, he felt he could no longer stay in that building and be safe.
Yet subsidized housing is nearly impossible to come by, especially in a hurry.
A large bank of affordable housing to choose from.
Come on. There's gotta be something that I can afford here. All right. Yeah, I guess the waiting list will have to do. Okay.
So while Ron's recovering, the police are searching for Lance.
He had to go into hiding. It kind of messed things up for his day-to-day life.
His desperation, his reality was quite skewed. was not in a sound state of mind. He was unwell.
For Ron, hope arrives unexpectedly.
Somehow Ron is able to find another subsidized apartment, and he makes the decision to leave his home.
He needed to get his stuff moved there. He didn't feel safe where he was.
Ron's anxiety is apparent, even to the movers, helping him make his escape.
Hey, can you pick up the pace a little bit here, huh?
We'll get you packed up and moved out as quick as we can, sir.
Next time,
Did you hear that?
it'll be Mars.
Did you hear something?
No? Is everything okay, sir?
I'm just gonna go check the front door here.
Where are you going? Hey, man, you're freaking us out here a bit.
I just couldn't understand why he'd take off every 5 minutes and reappear after he probably was looking out for his attacker.
Somehow Lance does find out that Ron is moving.
Although the identity of Lance's informant is unknown, some suspect it's LeRae.
Hey, Lance. Guess what?
It would have been pretty easy for her to determine just through observation that they were in the, process of moving Ron out of the building. Lance wasn't staying in the building, so it's unlikely he himself spotted the moving truck.
You can't get away with this.
Lance is hellbent on exacting whatever revenge it is he's built up in his head.
So, August the 8th, Lance is in his expedition.
As the move hawk.
He was filming myself and another guy coming out. The first I heard of that was when the VPD showed me a video of it. As we're going into the building, he runs into my truck and starts filming whatever was left in the truck.
Lance frantically searches Ron's belongings for evidence of his new address.
Like no inkling that somebody or someone was filming us.
So Lance is not only, observing and videoing, he trails the movers to the location that they're moving Ron into. Now he knows exactly where Ron is heading, where he's moving to, and he's able to sort of scout the location.
Lance lies in wait outside of Ron's new home for several hours.
The end of the day, early evening, Ron came home and used the side entrance to the building.
Lance's expedition comes into the area. It parks right next to Ronald's apartment.
And in that moment, where Ron is about to enter his new home, and likely assuming that he's safe from Lance, he is once again blindsided.
Hey!
Whoa! How the hell did you find me?
You're not gonna get away with what you did to me!
This is the final showdown between Ron March and Lance Stanberg.
Not done yet.
Lance Stanberg attacks him with a sharp instrument.
And Ron ends up being stabbed 12 times.
And then when my brother fell to his knees, he slit his throat.
There was a neighbor in the apartment complex that heard the screams of Ronald March. I believe they took a look outside and they could see that he was lying on the ground. And then 911 was called.
When authorities arrive, Ron is pronounced dead at the scene.
anything got wrong, usually, they're there to steal money or his wallet or something, but Ronald's keys were there, his wallet was there. We run Ronald March's name through the database. Ronald March had police contact because of the assaults that had happened with Lance Stanberg.
I need an APB on Lance Stanberg, now.
Police know their suspect. Now, they just have to find him.
Lance is now a suspect in a murder. He's on the run. This seems to be something he's not actually terrible at, evading police.
No feeling, no remorse, no empathy, no nothing.
Units responded quite quickly, and then it was one of the police officers that attended to Ron first, but he was clearly deceased by that time.
After identifying former neighbor Lance Stanberg as Ron March's likely killer, police waste no time tracking him down.
Lance was found 7 hours later and less than a mile from the murder scene.
I believe it was two patrol officers.
And as police approach, he doesn't take it easily.
Lance had different ideas and he took off.
Now, Lance engages in a high-speed pursuit through busy city streets.
Going about 60 miles an hour. He's really putting a lot of people in danger.
So eventually he goes head-to-head with another police vehicle. Lance was playing chicken with them, going head-on. And then at the very last second, Lance turns off. Then clip him. And then he ended up crashing into the sidewalk, and then he was taken into custody.
Get up! Come on! Under arrest! Come on! Come on!
Lance is arrested and charged with second-degree murder.
So, in those 7 hours, we believe obviously Lance had time to go dispose of the weapon. Get rid of the clothing that he was wearing at the time.
Police can't find the knife used to kill Ron, but they can place their suspect at the scene of the crime.
BC Transit was starting to put cameras into their buses. And we just happened to be lucky that the expedition was parked right by the bus stop. And then another bus about 2 or 3 minutes just before the 911 call came in, they captured Lance's white Expedition.
And they found Ron's blood in his car.
Because of the overwhelming evidence against him, the judge upgrades the charges to first-degree murder before eventually finding Lance guilty.
Lance had so many holes in his story.
We executed a search warrant in his vehicle. There was a green piece of paper with the suite number that Ronald was living in at the new address. So all those pieces to the puzzle that we put together. We were successful, leading to a first-degree conviction.
Lance is convicted
to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole for in Canada. It's 25 years. As for Lorraine Rain, no charges are ever filed against her, as there was no evidence she had any knowledge of Lance's intentions. I believe she egged Lance on. I thought, what kind of a woman does this?
And in the years since Ron died, it's unclear where Lorraine has landed.
Lance Stanberg will be in his 70s before he sees the outside world.
Lance has been profiled as the ultimate bully, but in my mind, he never got the help he needed and didn't have a grasp on reality.
Ron March's family mourns the loss of their loved one. It was just very sad because when he was younger, he did have a lot of opportunity and potential. His life didn't go in the direction that it should have, and that's what's so sad about it.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Kind neighbors with helping hands are the foundation of every good community.
He had lived in this neighborhood the longest.
You don't gotta do that. Figure your lawn should look as good as mine.
He felt responsible for keeping the neighborhood the way it's been.
Hey, get out!
But when new arrivals shake up bedrock traditions,
Are you selling drugs? Mind your own business.
the unwelcome change ignites a war.
Get away from her!
Don't mess with my son, old man.
You have the right to tell other people how they're gonna live.
This is my neighborhood!
You just did not expect
Sick of this guy.
what happened next.
You think you're good at this, don't you? You're lying.
A merciless fight for control erupts into the most deadly conflict in Fear Thy Neighbor history.
Help! Everything is burning!
Hey! What are you doing? Hey, you're moving anywhere. Why don't you leave? You, that's also, man. It's pathetic. It's you!
In Akron, Ohio, Sherbondi Hill has always been a great place to raise a family.
Sherbondi Hill is a typical middle-class Akron neighborhood. It has a mix of different types of families, old, young, large, and small.
It is an older neighborhood where children play and older adults retire to.
Stanley Ford has called Sherbondi Hill home for decades.
Stanley Ford is definitely one of the people who had lived in this neighborhood the longest. He lived first at his mom's house, and then after she passed, he ended up living with his family in the house next door.
Thanks, baby.
Stanley, a semi-retired letter carrier, is deeply devoted to both his community and his family. Especially his wife, Sunita, a busy mom and full-time school teacher.
I love you.
Try safe.
He actually would see his wife off to work every morning, would actually walk out, escort her to the vehicle, and also make sure she got off safely.
Stanley's morning routine also includes going next door to check on his childhood home he inherited years ago.
He actually used his mother's prior residence as a storage and kind of a working area. And he took care of the children as well. They would actually follow behind him while he mowed his yard with their own toy mower.
Are you gonna charge me for helping cut the grass?
Yeah.
So he was well protective and
Luckily for his two young girls, Stanley is a devoted stay-at-home dad. But his favorite pastime is helping his neighbors.
With Stanley being in the neighborhood the longest, I would think he felt responsible for keeping the neighborhood the way it's been.
You don't gotta do that, Stan. Hey, Chester. The Lord said you should be rich in good deeds. I figure your lawn should look as good as mine.
Stanley Ford presented himself as being a very strict religious type person who took pride in his neighborhood.
Well, I've got a lawn in the back too. Maybe when I'm finished, I'll get to it.
So he kind of found himself as the mayor. He loved Sherbondi Hill and really took it into his hands to make sure that it was quote-unquote perfect.
Another of Sherbondi Hill's most well-known residents is Lindell Lewis, also a devout Christian, who lives across the street from Stanley.
Lindell Lewis had lived in this neighborhood for quite some time, but not as long as Stanley Ford.
Beautiful day, though. Yeah.
Lindell's girlfriend is Gloria Hart, also known as Jeannie.
I can definitely tell you my dad loved Gloria, so she was actually a nice lady. Funny, kind.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, it's nice.
Mr. Ford and Mr. Lewis had frequented church on a regular basis.
Need a lift?
No, we're gonna walk.
We could use the exercise. With your hip? Get over here, you old fool.
Stanley Ford was pretty friendly with them, and if he liked you, he seemed to be the type of person who would look out for you, who would do things for you.
Stanley.
He was there for them. He was a good neighbor to them.
Thank you, brother. Can't keep the pastor waiting.
Lindell also was retired, and he had some health issues, and so he wasn't able to get around that well because of that.
Lindell is a former master bricklayer, while Jeannie retired after a career at a car plant. Like Stanley, both love to give back to their community.
They both like to have people over and be just a great neighbor. Lindell would just help people out as much as he could, because if he was in a similar situation, he would want people to help him.
Everybody good?
But nothing can help neighbors who turn on each other.
You be careful, old man. What is your problem, brother? It's over. You're going to hell.
This had a huge impact because of how many people were involved, and also, who would have thought anything like this would have happened?
One day, Lindell takes his community spirit a step further. The Good Samaritan offers a try.
Kind-hearted. He would let you stay if you needed somewhere to stay. That's just the type of person he was.
Stan, my friend Thomas Hughley. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Thomas Hughley was a friend of Lindell Lewis's. They had gone to high school together, and so they had a long history in the past.
He can be staying in my basement with me for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Till he gets back up on his feet.
Lindell Lewis seemed to want to help people, and he seemed to like people who maybe had a struggle. He wanted to reform them.
Lindell would often rent out the basement to people who maybe had drug addiction problems or had been homeless at some point. Hughley was the latest person to rent out that space.
I'm going to have a party tonight. You're welcome to come.
Stanley declines the invitation.
Sorry, I'm not into that.
All right, brother, let's go.
Right this way. Let me show you where we stand. Grab your stuff.
Stanley is concerned Thomas Hughley will shake up his peaceful street. And that night, his fears are confirmed.
Lindell's house was described by neighbors as being wild. A lot of that has to do with the company that he kept. They had some parties on the porch.
My dad was a people person. You know, my dad would barbecue and have friends over. I don't think Stanley liked it.
The company he kept definitely were doing things that definitely Stanley didn't approve.
According to Stanley, Lindell's guests are engaging in sinful behavior.
These people are on drugs.
Stanley Ford was a man of God. He loved to go to church. He wants other people to follow suit. When you see someone doing something you don't like, especially for Stanley, he wants them to stop. He doesn't want anything disrupting his perfect neighborhood.
Talk to Lindell in the morning.
You bet I will. Hey, Stan. Your friend Thomas has got to go. I got kids, man. Yeah, I got kids too. Adults. I got young girls. They can't be around drugs. Provides a useful service.
Mr. Hughley would cut grass. That was his occupation. He actually was called the grass man by several individuals and witnesses that we spoke with. He took care of multiple yards, including Chester Williams.
Why do you give the man a break until he sorts himself out?
Stanley isn't convinced by Thomas Hughley's good deeds. He looks into his past and immediately shares his findings with friend and neighbor, Chester Williams.
Hey, he's a burglar.
Stanley Ford made an accusation against Thomas Hughley.
He cuts your grass so you can check.
Doing odd jobs.
Guy's gotta go.
I think you're being a bit paranoid.
Okay. Have it your way.
Late that night, Stanley's words seemed prophetic.
Mr. Chester Williams' vehicle, that was broken into.
You okay?
Yeah. He said there's a rash of break-ins around here. Nothing they can do.
Police reports were made. Subsequently, no identification was made or arrest was made as a result.
I'm just gonna put some security cameras.
That's it? Cameras?
That's how you catch a thief.
Chester decided to install these cameras because he felt like something bad could happen. He didn't know exactly what, so he installed the cameras just so they could have some type of protection.
Neighbors hope the break-in was a lone incident. But Stanley expects the worst. And the worst happens.
Hey, get out! It's okay, baby. What's going on? Hey, stay with them. I'll be right back. Stay with them.
Stanley Ford thought that Tom Hughley tried to break into his home.
Stanley! Get back inside!
But Stanley's not about to let this go. The next day, he confronts Thomas.
Hey, you! You think I don't know what you did? You broke into my house. No, I didn't. That's a lie.
There was some accusations going back and forth between Thomas Hughley and Stanley Ford.
Get out of my face.
And it intensified.
There was actually a physical fight between Mr. Ford and Mr. Hughley.
Whoa, Stan, cool it.
The brawl captures the attention of Chester Williams and Serena Jones.
I can see it was a lot of testosterone going on. You knew it was going to come to a head at some time.
I'm warning you.
But not the way it happened.
Stay away from my family.
Stanley Ford didn't approve at all of Thomas Hughley. He blamed Thomas Hughley for an attempted break-in at his home.
This fight, police were called as a result, and or some neighbors diffused the fight as well.
I'm telling you, the guy is crazy. He could have broke my jaw over nothing. He broke a window to get into my house. You have no proof. I know. Trust me. He does it to pay for his drugs.
Tom Hughley personified what was run.
To prevent the situation from escalating further, Jeannie comes up with a solution.
Okay. Listen, why do you let me pay for your broken window? Deal? Okay.
Lindell was definitely trying to make amends. He was trying to say, hey, this is our neighborhood. We don't need to be fighting. Here's some money for this broken window.
Will you come inside and we'll have a drink and sort this out? You know I don't drink. Nor thieves, nor drunkards will inherit the kingdom of God.
Even though it didn't seem to soothe the tension between the two.
Stanley is left shaken and worried about what might happen next in his beloved neighborhood.
Mr. Ford was definitely more paranoid about what was going on.
Concerned he'll be a victim of the rising crime, Stanley installs an alarm system in his mother's house next door, which he keeps armed at all times.
He and his wife were the only key holders that managed and monitored that location.
His Bunday Hill neighborhood was no longer the traditional type neighborhood that he grew to love, and he felt that it was changing for the worse.
Hey, go, baby girl. Look at you.
Mostly, Stanley fears for his daughters.
Hey, excuse me. Can I use your cell phone?
I don't have one.
He actually thought that maybe prostitutes were coming out of Lindell's house. He said a prostitute, or who he thought was a prostitute, approached him and asked for sex.
Well, can I use your house phone? I know where you live. I'll make it worth your while.
Stay away from us.
Mr. Ford was very protective of his family, as anyone would be, so this activity was not acceptable.
That trash has got to go. What trash? Let's take her inside.
He thought he ran the neighborhood.
She's a prostitute.
No, she's not. He didn't want anything out of the ordinary being done in his neighborhood.
She is Lindell. You can't bring trash onto my street. Get rid of them.
But it's not your neighborhood. You just live here. It's everybody's neighborhood.
Candy's not trash. She's a friend.
She's Ronald's friend. Who's Ronald? What's he doing here?
Ronald was one of those transient individuals that would visit parties, drinking, and so forth. Quickly, he became a tenant. He lived in the basement with Mr. Hughley.
I'm sick of your riffraff.
As it turns out, Stanley is not alone in his concerns. Neighbor Bev Ewing is also unnerved by Lindell's rowdy crowd.
Some neighbors would just avoid the house just to get away from all of it. They didn't take it to the extreme of Stanley, but they would just leave it alone and just not go towards that direction.
Let me help you with this.
You're in
Street for a reason.
Stanley says, I feel like I'm an angel of the neighborhood. I feel like God sent me here to look over the neighborhood. You really love your neighborhood when you say something like that.
I'm not gonna let those hooligans take over our street.
What are you gonna do then?
I don't know yet.
Neighbors Stanley and Lindell couldn't be more at odds.
Mr. Ford had stated to other neighbors that Mr. Lewis should take care of the problems at his residence, and if not, then he would take care of it.
And Lindell Lewis, he didn't like the fact that Stanley Ford would make judgment upon him and his activities in his own home.
No, I'm happy to have you all here. I need you to maybe keep it off the front porch a bit.
Nevertheless, to appease Stanley and other residents, Lindell offers a new idea.
I just know that people would be outside. Sometimes they would sleep on the porch.
This is for y'all.
This is for us?
Any of your friends want to crash? Hang out in there?
That's thoughtful, you man. That's nice.
It may be a thoughtful offer, but Lindell's kind gesture is Stanley's worst nightmare.
Mr. Ford was very watchful, almost to an obsessive point, obviously. He actually stayed up late nights to observe activity.
In Stanley's eyes, Lindell's van is a den.
Mr. Ford was definitely not receptive of this type of assistance being offered to the transient parties, or the drug people as he called them.
I would think he would see it as kind of unsightly, just to have random people in the neighborhood sleeping in the car.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that's what a house is for, is to sleep in.
Finally, in the early morning hours, all is quiet.
So Mr. Ford was protective, but offended in the same context. All parties in the neighborhood were well aware of Mr. Ford and the potential for things to escalate.
When daylight comes, Lindell finds his home is under attack.
Because of the buildup of the intensity of the arguments between the two neighbors, immediately the suspicion pointed toward Stanley Ford as being the person who committed that incident.
You did this!
Me! For Stanley, the guardian of the neighborhood, Lindell's accusation is outrageous and offensive.
No one wants to be accused of anything. Of course, he probably pointed fingers at other people because there were so many people who he did not care for coming in and out of Lindell Lewis's house.
How do you know it wasn't your drug dealer friends who didn't get paid?
Basically, it was a rumor going around the neighborhood that somebody smashed Lindell's window.
You know what? I think it's time you pay for my windows.
Tensions came to a very high point at that time.
You be careful, old man.
And finally just got to a breaking point.
That's right.
There's tension that's building.
Enough's enough, Clark. Sick of this guy.
But no one would have known the magnitude of what was to occur.
Sick of you. Anyway, come on.
In the wake of the attack on Lindell Lewis's man, someone decides to teach Stanley a lesson.
My car!
I know who did this. Let me deal with this.
Stanley Ford thought that Tom Hughley was responsible for damage to his wife's vehicle.
You think I don't know who did this? Get out here! Whoa! What are you doing? Back up, man! Back off!
I'm done with this. I'm done with all of you. It's over. You hear me? It's over.
Serena Jones witnesses the altercation and fears the tension could lead to violence.
Just send the police.
It becomes tense to the point that people can no longer control themselves. Law enforcement needs to be brought in at that time to separate.
I want to charge this man with harassment.
The police found out that Stanley Ford had been harassing Thomas Hughley a lot when he came back and forth through the neighborhood.
I live beside a crack den on wheels. That's harassment. You see how he provokes us? This is my neighborhood. It's time for you to go.
What I thought about Stanley making that statement that this is my neighborhood meant that he owned it. To me, it's like a mama bear. Mama bear is going to do anything to protect what's rightfully hers.
You're an ungodly sinner. You're going to hell. He's crazy.
Stanley is enraged that Lindell and Thomas Hughley have turned law enforcement's focus onto him.
That guy right there.
Stanley Ford didn't want the attention of the police department or his neighbors looking at him in a different light.
Lindell and his guests are fed up with Stanley's tyrannical behavior.
Lindell and his buddies just started to kind of ignore Stanley. They just went ahead and did what they wanted to do and tried not to pay him any mind.
And within a matter of hours, another wild party erupts at Lindell's house.
Let the good times roll.
Lindell was trying to keep to himself and trying to keep the peace in the neighborhood, but he was not backing down from Stanley Ford at all either.
Ooh-wee. Hey, baby girl. You want to come party with us?
When people drinking, their inhibitions get a little bit looser. A person that's normally loud would be extra loud. And a person of what I think is called a crap starter would start crap even more.
Come on. Hey, I know you would have some fun. Girl, hey, come on and party with us.
Or have maybe an aggressive stance or aggressive nature to make them uncomfortable, just to try to intimidate them to stop and or leave.
What are you doing, bro? Find your bed. You a tough guy, Stan.
You want to come party in the van, Stan? I'll make it worth your while.
At that point in time, the conflict between the two neighbors was escalating to the point where you didn't know what to expect would happen next.
There's nothing better to do than stand there.
Before long, there's another incident in the neighborhood, but this time, it's much more serious.
Days after they all get into this argument, Lindell's vehicle goes up in flames.
The van is a write-off.
There wasn't any proof of it. The suspicion was that Stanley Ford was responsible for that van fire.
Yet fire investigators offer a different idea of why the vehicle burned.
Well, we have a theory on why that van caught on fire. Because it was being used as basically a tent to smoke in, and people would go to sleep in it.
Still, Lindell and Jeannie are certain they know who torched it.
You did it! We know you did this. You don't know nothing. I slept through the whole thing.
Mr. Lewis felt, I need to do something to protect myself.
Lindell decides to set up surveillance of his own and buys 4 security cameras.
Hey, I need a big favor.
He then contacts a friend of his who he knows installs security cameras.
I need it done right away. Think you can help me out?
Mr. Lewis was adamant about these cameras must be installed before I have surgery for his hip.
All right, thank you.
And they must be directed and pointed at Mr. Ford's residence.
But the watchman doesn't want to be watched.
Hey, you can't put that up there.
Why don't you just mind your own business, man?
And it becomes some words being exchanged. Obviously, as they always did, a little bit of an argument breaks out.
You think that's going to stop people from setting fires?
God's name, what is your problem, brother?
2 Peter 2:6. An angel was summoned from the heavens to rain fire and brimstone on Sodom and Gomorrah.
Stanley was trying to scare him into doing what he wanted them to do. He did not like my dad's cameras.
Turning away the wickedness of the ungodly.
Intimidation, of course. He was trying to scare him. This is what's going to happen to you if you don't listen.
Whatever.
Think about it.
Mr. Lewis was very worried about the fail. That is a problem, and I'm not sure what he's capable of.
As the feud reaches boiling point, Lindell undergoes a hip replacement operation.
And he was convalescing at home, and he needed help at home, and his friend Gloria Hart, at the time, she was there to help him.
But Stanley shows no empathy for his recovering neighbor.
Mr. Ford was aware of Mr. Lewis's disability or being incapacitated and having difficulty moving to and from.
Stanley is still fuming about Lindell's cameras. He wants them taken down, one way or another. While Lindell's condition makes him feel particularly vulnerable.
Mr. Lewis felt that being incapacitated by surgery would have been the opportune time for Mr. Ford to try or attempt something.
I got this.
Lindell had a walker. Even going upstairs in his inside of his home, he would have to sort of scoot his way all the way upstairs.
The day that he called me, it was on a Sunday. He was like, if anything ever happened to me, look at the neighbor across the street.
With Lindell's movement now limited, he's stuck on the second floor at night.
Do your help.
He can't keep an eye on the party that rages on his front porch.
Stanley went into hyper mode. He saw the neighborhood slipping through his control. So he wanted to take that control back really bad. And I think that's when his mindset really started to unravel at that point.
To your help.
Long after midnight, the party at Lindell Lewis's house is finally winding down. But the night has only just begun.
So Thomas Hughley looks out of a window in the basement where he's staying and realizes that there are flames and that the house is on fire.
Here.
Fire!
No one could have predicted that this feud would have ended like this.
Get up out of here! Go! 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 I'm behind you!
Lindell Lewis's house is on fire, and the blaze is accelerating furiously.
Basically, it's a gigantic boom. So happened to run to the house, and you could see the whole front. It was in flames. I've never, ever been this close to a fire before. And it was hot. Yeah, I mean, it was really, really hot.
Not without you!
The couple are the only ones still inside. As the fire rages on the front and side of the house, they try to escape out the back.
Lily, please help us! We gotta come out! You gotta jump!
Tommy Sam, you gotta hurry up and jump.
I can't.
But with him just having surgery, there was no chance he was gonna find a way out.
Gloria could have easily left my dad, but she didn't. She was trying to make sure they both got out at the same time.
So help! Hurry! Hurry!
Hughley, obviously since he's living there, he knows that there's ladders behind here. Unfortunately, they're chained up.
It's locked! You gotta jump! I can't do it! I'm not strong enough!
And I heard Lindell saying, I can't get myself out the window. And then Lindell's head disappeared.
Lindell! Lindell!
And all you seen was black smoke.
Lindell! No!
It must feel so helpless to know that your friends are in trouble and you can't do anything. I mean, you have to feel so helpless and very afraid for those two upstairs trapped in that bathroom.
At that time, the fire was roaring. I'm talking about it was bad. And then it was another boom. By that point, fire trucks had rolled up.
Area folks, I reported the house fire.
I got the knock on the door, 4 in the morning. It was my mom telling me we had to go now. And then that's when she told me there was a fire.
All companies, the front yard, please. All companies, front yard.
That morning, fire companies were actively still in suppression activities, still trying to put the fire out.
When the smoke clears, the bodies of Lindell Lewis and Gloria Jeannie Hart are found in the upstairs bathroom. It appears they succumbed to smoke inhalation.
The families were devastated. Here are two people in the latter years of their life, enjoying each other's company, and they're involved in a fatal house fire, ending their lives.
As investigators comb through the scene, A canine unit makes a major discovery.
Considering the burn patterns of how the fire was set and the location where the fire was set, it was identified that accelerants were used.
We found during our investigation that this fire had been intentionally set. It was an aggravated arson.
Please help us!
Authorities are quick to interview the only...
He was a person of interest, and he was very confused and kind of wandering around, but we were able to obtain an initial statement from Mr. Hughley.
Any ideas on how this could have happened?
Stanley Ford. He lives there. I'm telling you, he did this.
Basically, it was a lot of people out there, and it was just real funny that the one person that's right across the street isn't out.
In the morning, we were actually standing in Stanley Ford's yard. You're looking at, the house, the rubbish, the burnt up. He came out and yelled at us, telling us to get off his grass. People in the neighborhood is like, do you see this fire? He didn't care at all.
Detectives grill Stanley on his movements the night before.
You didn't see anything?
No. I was in bed.
Everybody else came outside to see what was going on.
Well, I didn't see anything. I didn't look out.
Mr. Ford was very standoffish about why they were talking with him.
Just don't like being interrogated.
He made clear that he was not the person who set this fire. He claimed it was not him. He claimed that the activities going on in Lindell Lewis's home was something that maybe God didn't want to happen, and that was God took care of things.
But investigators don't believe in fate. They work diligently to gather all possible evidence, including video from Lindell Lewis and Chester Williams security cameras. What they recover is shocking.
The cameras were able to capture the individual attempting to set fire to the residence.
The footage shows a hooded figure approaching Lindell's house, lighting it on fire. And running away. Moments later, what looks like the same figure approaches Stanley's house.
Most people, including myself, thought it could be Stanley.
But as investigators learn more about Lindell's past, a raft of other suspects emerges, including Lindell's ex-wife, Francine.
So let me get this straight. You had a life insurance policy on Lindell and he didn't know about it?
I didn't do it. Okay? I did not do this.
Well, of course, when an ex-spouse dies and it's something where it's a murder, who do you look at first? You look at the spouse. If you get a payout with your ex-husband being gone, the police are definitely going to look at you to see what motive you had and if you did this.
Would you be willing to take a polygraph?
What? No.
They wanted me to take a lie detector test? No. They would think that I would do something to him. To Lindell. I would never do anything to Lindell.
I didn't do it.
But when you get defensive like that and someone asks you a question, you say, hey, it wasn't me. You're like, so why are you getting so defensive right now? If you're not a suspect, you wouldn't have to tell us that you're not a suspect. So that was definitely a red flag for them. But this was definitely an interesting case because a lot of the evidence, it could fit other people.
Francine Lewis had a new boyfriend. So William Pryor also was looked at as a suspect because he had similar physical attributes to the man who was seen on the surveillance video.
A mysterious car is seen patrolling in front of Lindell's house just before the fire.
So William Pryor also had a vehicle that was similar, and so those were a couple of the reasons that the detectives looked to him.
As police continue looking into Francine and William, they uncover two new suspects. The first, Ronald Garrett, lived with Thomas Hughley in the basement.
Ronald Garrett used drugs, and so there was some thought that perhaps Ronald might have owed somebody drug money or something like that, and so that the fire could have been targeted to him rather than to Lindell and Jeannie.
Ronald Garrett was interviewed by detectives, and he was very uncooperative with detectives, so he was always a person of interest and was never ruled out, actually.
The second suspect, a man named Macklemore, was one of Lindell's many house guests with a troubled past.
So Macklemore is the friend of Lindell's who prior to the fatal fire, had gotten mad at Lindell.
Lindell took care of Macklemore for years.
Hey, man, keep it down.
But during a recent bender, the relationship took a dark turn.
I know I gave you that money for safekeeping, but yeah, I'm gonna need that back.
Can't do. Go sleep it off.
Police thought that Macklemore set his van on fire. The police wonder if that feud could have been continuing.
Lindell!
And that might have fueled him to set the house on fire.
The arson investigation loses momentum. Despite the video evidence, investigators aren't able to identify the killer.
Lindell definitely hung out with people that you could categorize as unsavory, or some people who may have a criminal history, and so there was a lot of people they could have pinned this fire on.
I think, Stanley Ford is one of their prime suspects, but they feel like they don't have enough information, enough evidence, enough proof to actually charge him with setting this fire.
Meanwhile, some neighbors wonder what's being said behind closed doors inside Stanley's home.
Not.
The fire has rocked the community, but no one knows it's just the beginning.
Good night, sweetheart.
The neighborhood itself was terrified.
Please help us!
A fire had occurred in their neighborhood, and no one had been held responsible for the deaths of Lindell Lewis and Gloria Hart.
Funeral services are held, and the families of Lindell Lewis and Gloria Hart grieve together.
Well, definitely the first couple of weeks were very, very rough. I still didn't believe it. I still didn't believe he was gone.
Soon the remains of the house will be torn down, leaving an empty lot.
Now, in the house there, he's gone. The whole area looks different. The whole street looks different. I don't even go past there anymore. It brings up bad memories. You keep hoping and keep hoping and hoping they'll find out who done it.
Yeah, it was quiet. For a while, people didn't come outside.
How are you?
When neighbors do talk, there's tension in the air.
I hate to say it, but everybody was suspect at that point. Just kind of looking over your shoulder.
Meanwhile, Stanley Ford increases his surveillance of the neighborhood.
Hey, Beth.
Hey, Stan.
Bev Ewing is Stanley's longtime neighbor.
How's Carl? Still away on business?
Yeah, it's just me and the girls.
I'll keep an eye out on things.
Mr. Ford was a watchman. Of course, that would instill some measure of comfort for the neighbors, for certain neighbors anyway.
Call me if you need anything.
The truth is, the people residing next door make Bev nervous. Anthony Sams and his son Devontae have recently moved onto the street, and their arrival has left Bev feeling uneasy.
And she found it comforting. She thought it was good to have someone looking out for her, especially when her husband wasn't able to do it probably at that moment.
But right now, Stanley's focus is on buying a third house just down the street. It's an underpriced fixer-upper.
Stanley wanted control over that neighborhood. And what's the best way to do that besides buying up the houses? So he thought if he could buy enough houses, he could make them his own. And he wouldn't have to worry about people he doesn't like moving in.
He's crushed when his plan fails.
That when you want something and someone else gets it. So he created this narrative.
The rundown house got sold.
Where the longtime neighbors, they were all like the good ones.
Now some deadbeat's gonna move in. They'll probably turn it into a crack house.
And then he had created this other narrative where a lot of the newer neighbors were bad people.
That's not very neighborly of you. Give them a chance.
A peaceful community with good neighbors can feel like a slice of paradise.
It can be a tight-knit community. People get to know each other pretty well.
Hey, something smells good over there.
My mower's not working. Can I borrow yours?
But when a favor takes a twisted turn, heaven quickly turns into hell.
What's your problem? You ruined my mower.
He didn't know this neighbor as well as he thought he did.
Hannah, I need my mower fixed now.
It turned into an incredibly life-changing event.
Get out of my business! Hey, stop that!
This escalated extremely quickly.
You're standing here to my face, lying.
Get out of here! We got a problem here.
And he was going to keep going until he got his idea of justice.
Come out and act like a man, you wimp!
Bruce, let it go!
That's where things really lose their sense of control.
It's either him or me!
There's no way anyone could have known he was capable of this.
Hey! Ow! What are you doing? Moving anywhere, won't you leave? You! A psycho man as pathetic as you!
Sitting on the banks of the Mississippi River, Minneapolis is a big city with a small town heart.
It's a mix of the old and the new. You have a warehouse district, an arts district, and in between all of that, you have all these little residential areas.
You find a little bit of everyone. You'll see guys with 3-foot-tall blue mohawks helping little old Polish women across the street. Very much small town in the middle of a big city. Everyone just knew each other and took care of each other and kept an eye out.
Bruce and Hannah Brown moved from Texas to Minneapolis 5 years ago with their daughter, Cecilia.
We did feel very safe. There wasn't crime. There wasn't police cars going by in the middle of the night. We were happy.
Anybody want a burger?
Me. My mom, Hannah.
Yeah.
She was a stay-at-home mom.
Hey, get them while they're hot. Get them while they're hot.
It was a good family dynamic. Structured, stable, and loving.
Come on down.
Oh, we're coming. Here I go.
Okay.
It would be the ideal American family.
Bruce works at a nearby steel manufacturing plant, while Hannah is a stay-at-home mom to Cecilia, who attends the local high school.
Your meat looks good.
Do you want this?
Yeah, I want it.
Okay, I like when you...
We were always out grilling, barbecuing in the summer.
Hey!
And just said hi to everyone who walked by.
Bruce and Hannah have made a good life in the city and plan on staying for years to come.
Everyone was very helpful and welcoming and really made us feel at home. We had friends in the neighborhood and everyone just kind of lived their little lives.
Who's been a staple of this community for decades.
Hey! Something smells good over there.
We were pretty close with Ed. He was just always very helpful. If there was anyone I was going to borrow a cup of sugar from, it was going to be him. He was a gateman for a cabinetry company. He must have really liked his job because he was willing to drive an hour, hour and a half each way.
Everyone who lived on the block knew him for sure. He was definitely a staple in our summer days, where we were supposed to go out inside and play. We were at Ed's house.
Ed really took a lot of pride in the way he cared for his lawn and in trying to make the neighborhood look nice.
Ed has more space than he needs, so he rents a room to a woman named Helen.
Ed lived with Helen for about 15 years. While they were not romantic, they were roommates for that time.
It's a great arrangement that provides Ed a bit of extra money and a little company.
They took very good care of each other. She made sure he ate well. She kept the house clean.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
Helen, she didn't reach out to us the way that Ed did. She would spend a lot more time in the yard, but not saying hi to anybody.
Look, they're almost ready.
Wow, nothing like a beefsteak tomato for a perfect BLT.
Oh, that'd be awesome, yeah.
But she has a strong personality, and she could be difficult to deal with from time to time. But she was generally always well-meaning, looked out for the neighborhood.
Hello, Helen.
Hey.
Ed was slowly becoming, family.
How's it going?
Hey. Can't complain. How's your week been?
Oh, easy come, easy go.
There you go.
A lot of work.
Yep.
Had this one ready for you.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Even though there's a 20-year age gap between them, Bruce and Ed have developed a kinship of their own.
Bruce and Ed had very early shifts and were home pretty early in the afternoon. They'd have a couple beers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Pivechko.
They had a casual relationship where, they might meet up, shoot the breeze a little bit, and chit-chat.
But within days, these old friends will turn into sworn enemies.
Go home. You're in no state.
How can I leave you alone when you're in my face?
Deal with it.
Deal with it? I'll show you how I deal with it.
Okay, Big Kahuna, where do you want this one?
Okay, one like right over here.
Are you sure?
For the moment, all is well between the two households.
But look at this. Look how beautiful it's coming
It
in.
looks fantastic.
I know.
You know what it is? It's a whole color smorgasbord.
And anytime we were working in the yard, Ed was right there to help out. He was very much an older man that was looking out for us the way an older man would look out for his family.
I think Ed might have taken
Races over to share it with Bruce and Hannah.
It's great. It's good.
Working hard.
Maybe we can clip a couple of those off and put in our stir fry tonight.
Let's put it back. Put it back on the side. I like the symmetry better. Hey, Ed. What's up?
I was wondering if you could help me out.
Okay, what is it?
Can I take a picture with you and pretend you're my girlfriend?
Ed was telling the guys at work that he had a new girlfriend, and he needed some sort of proof, and I said, oh yeah, sure, why not?
Bruce was like, yeah, honey, go ahead, do that. It'll be funny. I tell you what, I'll hold the phone and I'll take the picture.
But not everyone is in on the fun.
Apparently, it had upset Helen. Probably thought that it was immature. Probably didn't like that she was getting close to Ed.
She had very strong opinions, made judgments about people, and we just thought it was absolutely hilarious.
She could have been jealous over the fact that he was giving attention to my mom.
All right, okay.
Whoa, not so fast. Not so fast.
Hey, there you go, Ed.
That's great. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
What was that?
What?
You should stay away from her. That's outrageous, a married woman carrying on like that.
Helen seemed to generally just not take a liking to my mom.
You are being ridiculous.
She was absolutely blowing it out of proportion. She seemed to think that anyone who wasn't living their life exactly the way she thought they should was definitely beneath her.
That's completely uncalled for.
And then, a few days after that, Helen came to the house again to let me know that I was making a bad reputation for myself in the neighborhood, looking like a slut, and I really can't be going around paying attention to other men when I'm married. I knew that eventually things would go back to normal and everything would be fine. But for now, it was an annoyance.
The neighbors try to shake off the awkward tension and carry on with their usual business.
So like most neighbors, Ed and Bruce, they would share tools.
My mom had asked my dad to mow the lawn, but it had been left in the rain.
Hey, Ed. My mower's not working. Can I borrow yours?
Yeah, sure. Let me go get it.
So Bruce went down to borrow Ed's lawnmower.
Looks like a nice day.
Well, I hope the storm holds off.
So Bruce mowed the lawn, brought it back.
But when Ed gets some bad news, the beautiful day takes a dark turn.
Years of my life.
They were trying to push him out at work and force him into early retirement. And he was more than a little upset about it.
And now I've got nothing.
It'll be all right.
Ed's harsh new reality sends him spiraling.
I think he saw himself as going from being a hardworking bachelor to being a lonely old man.
Ed's life started to pile up a bit more. It seemed that he just generally started to withdraw from the community around him.
He was going through a rough patch, and we thought he'd work himself out of it just fine.
Over the next few days, Ed continues to fall deeper into despair. And when his frustration spikes, a neighborly favor blows up in Bruce's face.
Hey, Ed.
You ruined my mower.
That is basically where this feud pretty much begins.
What are you talking about? No, I didn't.
You know what you did, and you're going to pay for it.
It was absolutely nothing that turned into an incredibly life-changing event.
I need it done now.
Hey, stop that! Get off of my property!
Ed came down, and he told Bruce Bruce, the lawnmower blade had 3 inches broken off on each end.
What are you talking about? No, he didn't.
There was nothing wrong with it when he gave it back.
He was pretty upset.
The mower was fine when I dropped it off. What's your problem?
My dad probably generally believed that there might have been something wrong with the lawnmower, but he wasn't the one who did it.
You need to get me a new mower.
Dude, you need to back off.
They're both getting angry, and the situation is not calming down.
I didn't do anything to your mower, and if there's any damage to it, it probably happened when Helen was using it.
Between our house and Ed's, there was an empty lot. Helen would take care of it to earn a few extra dollars on the side, and she had just mowed that lot after we had taken care of our yard. And in that lot, there was a steel pipe that came up out of the ground. And then she found the damage to the lawnmower. So we'd assumed that if it had been damaged at all, that's how it got damaged.
That's ridiculous. This is your problem.
I don't know why he wouldn't think that Helen was a possibility.
If it's such a big deal, I'll get you a new mower. You'll give me the broken one.
To keep the peace, Bruce offered to pay for the lawnmower. There was no reason not to spend a couple $100 on a new lawnmower. He valued his friendship with Ed, and he valued the happiness of the neighborhood. But if we broke it and we're buying it, we want the old lawnmower.
I'm not falling for a stunt like that, and you're not getting my mower.
Ed said, no, I don't want that, and he got very upset.
And I think it was making him more upset than he needed to be about something with a simple solution.
After Ed's outburst, Bruce and Hannah keep their distance, hoping time and space will help him calm down.
We thought things would work themselves out. Things always turn out okay in the end.
But Ed makes clear he has no intention of moving on.
Before this, there were no arguments, anything like that. We didn't have any altercations of any kind.
This is something that I don't think anyone would have expected, and especially after having such a normal neighborly relationship.
I did notice that he spent a lot more time outside just drinking beers. He did drink beforehand, but he didn't have the whole case sitting next to him.
For Ed, this feud isn't just over a lawnmower. It's also about respect.
I think he's very angry that he's not getting his way. And I don't think he was used to the younger generation not automatically respecting their elders and doing whatever they're told.
Meanwhile, Bruce and Hannah just want peace on the street.
Bruce, he loves his family and he wants to make sure that they're safe. It appears that, the tensions continue to rise, and perhaps he didn't know this neighbor as well as he thought he did.
Days later, Ed is still refusing to back down. But this time, he picks a new target.
Since my dad didn't want to go Ed's way with fixing the lawnmower situation, Ed went down to our place and knocked on the door and got my mom out there and tried convincing her to do things his way.
Ed, you startled me.
Hannah, I need my mower fixed.
He showed me a lawnmower blade. He was more than a little upset.
It's unusable.
Ed, there's nothing that I can do about it. This is between you and Bruce.
I was a little annoyed. Dealing with his lawnmower was at the bottom of my to-do list.
And it was probably Helen who broke the mower.
So I politely let him know I'd discuss it with Bruce, and we'd let him know what we were going to do about it.
I'll be back.
This is the sort of thing that he would have wanted to talk about for hours. He didn't have a whole lot going on in his life, and so an incident like this really took precedence.
Ed's living situation only adds to his frustration.
What are you doing over there? What does she have to say?
Helen was always just a cranky old lady.
She would often make little remarks.
Who do you think you are? Stay out of my business.
There was tension also within the home. Whatever friendship they had is now just a lot of animosity. It's definitely not making the conflict go away.
And soon, not even innocent neighbors are safe.
Helen spent her days out in the yard tending to her small garden.
Hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you in forever.
Ed had, tomatoes in his garden that sometimes he would share if he had extras.
The times have changed.
Take these. They're delicious and you won't get...
Hey! Get lost! Start walking!
For Ed to become that hateful in that short period of time, it really makes you wonder what has happened to this person. Something was not right.
And don't take my vegetables!
I think Ed and Helen may have been a little codependent on each other.
And Ed isn't the only neighbor, giving Bruce and Hannah constant grief.
Helen felt the need to be overly opinionated towards my aunt about her behavior, and she also felt comfortable enough to invade her space.
What are you trying to pick up in that outfit?
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I know for Hannah, it was making her very stressed, a lot of anxiety.
How dare you?
Who are you to judge? And if you are judging, are you that lonely and miserable or jealous that you need to do this so?
Your home is supposed to be where you're safe. Your home is supposed to be where you feel comfortable. And at this point, you can't even be in your yard.
And it was you who wrecked the mower.
Nope. It was your fault. I'm not trying to blame it on anybody.
Blaming it on Bruce and I is pathetic, Helen.
I think she saw it as her against us.
Yes,
you're lying. I am not
You're standing here to my face, lying.
I think Helen was trying to instigate something, and Bruce took the bait. When he came, he was more than a little upset.
You broke the mower.
Hey,
I didn't do anything.
But everything would escalate so much further in a much more violent confrontation.
Get out of here. We got a problem here. Come on and act like a bag, you wimp. Go!
You broke the damn mower.
Hey, stop that! What's going on?
You know what? I don't want to hear it. Get back in your house.
The fact that something so small and insignificant was boiling over was absolutely ridiculous and adolescent.
I don't want to see your face anymore.
Who the hell does she think she is?
Bruce and Hannah are left shell-shocked.
To come home from work and have to hear about the lawnmower once again, he was annoyed.
And Bruce is prepared to end this feud once and for all.
What the hell are you doing? Get out of here.
We got a problem here.
Yeah, we got a problem.
There's no reason why things couldn't have already been rectified.
Bruce goes over to Ed's house, and it appears that it continues to build and build and build.
The problem is you owe me a mower.
Are you kidding? This is more than a mower.
Ed felt entitled to tell anyone in the neighborhood to do anything he thought. He had been there for a very long time, and
stuff. And he has put up with a lot of stuff over the years. But Ed would not let it go.
Get off of my property!
Once again, the two men are at an impasse and walk away with no resolution to the conflict in sight.
And after Bruce goes back to his house, Helen hears Ed talk about how he's just been pushed over the line. His buttons have been pushed and they've been prodded.
I think that everything was just building up for him. He just couldn't really deal with it anymore.
Bruce is at his wit's end. His dreams of a happy life for his family are crashing down.
It was probably extremely frustrating. What's going to happen next? Am I going to go outside and somebody's going to come assault me verbally? It had to have been just horrible.
Meanwhile, Ed remains convinced he's been wronged.
Ed didn't have a whole lot going on outside of the neighborhood, outside of the home, and so it carried a lot more weight with him than the rest of us.
Ed's neighbors are frantic as they try to figure out how to navigate this escalating situation.
Am I wrong here? Am I going crazy?
Now they're feeling like a prisoner in their home.
I have no idea.
I was worried about how far Ed was going to take things. He wasn't looking for resolution. He was looking for a reason to be angry, and he was going to keep going until he got his idea of justice.
One day, after some liquid courage, Ed decides he's ready for the next round.
Ed had obviously had quite a few beers. He came stumbling towards the house.
Where's my money, you son of a bitch?
Ed, give it a break.
He was a bit of a drinker, although this was much worse than his usual.
Go home. You're in no state.
Dad comes out. They're just going back and forth about it.
What about my mower?
Ed wasn't in his right mind. We were just riding out the storm.
But Ed keeps stoking the fire.
And then Ed comes back.
I'm not finished with you yet, Bruce.
Let it go. Just ignore him.
Go home and stay home.
He's walking him back to the fence, told him to go home.
He was so drunk, he was running off instinct, and all he knew was that he was upset, He's going to make sure that the person he was upset at knew it and was going to be as miserable as he was. And Ed kept coming back.
Hey, Bruce! Come out and act like a man, you wimp!
Bruce, stop! Let it go!
Bruce is on.
Go!
Bruce grabs a canoe paddle, hoping to scare Ed off. Then, the fight takes a nasty turn.
Your women really get around.
He said some unsavory comments about Bruce's wife and also made a sexual comment about their 15-year-old daughter.
Ed yelled, "Your daughter just got done sucking my..."
And that's a line that you do not cross with a father and a husband. That's not a line that you need to even remotely cross.
And I heard a whack.
No one ever thought that a lawnmower would be the cause of such conflict, but just days later, one of these men would be dead.
Leave us alone!
There was no reason for things to escalate the way they did.
I'm calling the police!
Ed pushed Bruce over the line too far this time.
He beat him with a canoe paddle.
Ed then went over to his house. He called 911.
When police arrive, Ed claims Bruce assaulted him out of nowhere.
I was attacked! I'm not the one you should be talking to. It was him. He did it.
When the cops came, Ed was too drunk to really even defend himself.
The way Bruce sees it, Ed deserved it. So he lies to police to avoid being arrested.
I don't know what happened to him.
Bruce denied it. He said he didn't know what happened to Ed's arm, that he was drunk as a skunk and had probably tripped.
But look at him, he's a drunken mess.
My dad told the cops that he probably fell over and hurt himself.
They listened to Bruce when he said that he hadn't hit him at all.
And the police left. There were no charges brought, and I think Ed felt like he had been assaulted.
This is over.
He felt that he needed vindication, and that he had a reason to hate Bruce even more.
He's just drunk. He didn't mean it.
The brawl has left Bruce fuming, and he knows it won't be long before Ed retaliates.
I could tell he was very upset.
Ed crossed the line. He did that.
He probably felt good to be able to hit him. But I have to suspect that by doing that, he knew that things weren't going to get any better.
I told Bruce, for the sake of peace, call it done and hope to move on.
But Bruce knows this war is only going to get worse.
Ed was so angry about so many things, and he was so far from sober. I don't think Ed would have been receptive to...
Days pass in the Minneapolis neighborhood, yet time heals no wounds.
The situation is not calming down, and it continues to build and build and build. Bruce is getting more and more angry about the comments that Ed had made about his family.
For Bruce, once you've crossed that line, it's done. It's just time for you to go away.
Everyone's too upset. No one was taking a step back to reason. And that's where things really lose their sense of control.
Ed spent a good 3 days straight that I don't think he was sober at all.
When the two men next face off, Bruce ups the ante.
Careful when you go past that guy. That sicko likes kids.
And makes defamatory comments about Ed.
Because of what Ed had said about me, my dad called him a pedophile. He hit my dad with some hard words, and my dad hit him with a hard word back.
He told some neighbors about Ed and to kind of watch out.
Yeah, whatever. That's crap. Plus, his wife's a whore. I got the photos to prove it.
Ed doesn't miss a beat and throws the once playful photos of Hannah in Bruce's face.
Ed is not happy that Bruce is calling him a pedophile, and Bruce is just upset about the words that he's made about his family. This all could have been avoided if everyone had just kind of paused and maybe just let the tempers settle down.
The turmoil between neighbors is all-consuming until a visit from a close relative's widow, Vicky, and her daughter Krista provides a much-needed distraction for Bruce.
Just months earlier, Bruce had lost his cousin.
Oh my gosh, you brought the box.
We needed to take things to Bruce that belonged to my husband, Tommy. They were very close. Even though they were cousins, they were raised like brothers.
For the watch. And it was so nice to have them up and visiting and get them away from their own mourning and grief.
Remember I told you about this? This is the watch.
Yeah, I used to wear it all the time.
When we first arrived, it was nice, it was fun, it was exciting. Everybody was happy to see everybody.
No one could have predicted that within a matter of hours, the relentless war between neighbors would end in a horrific showdown.
Uncle Bruce is like, ooh, we're gonna barbecue because that's what the family does.
Yeah, fresh from the market.
We're talking about Tommy and good times. And start prepping things for the burgers.
Hey, maybe we can go to the zoo tomorrow?
That sounds great.
Bunch of animals over there.
So I can borrow it.
Yikes.
Cecilia gets driver's ed. So Hannah's like, I'll be back in a little bit.
I brought her to driver's ed, giving Bruce and Vicky time to reminisce about Tommy.
Yeah, 10 and 2.
Alrighty. Who's hungry?
I am.
Burgers? Corn? Both?
All of it.
Got it all. Put it here.
All right. It was a very happy, comfortable moment that we were having.
There is the burger, and there is the Bruce burger.
And then Ed comes out.
Having yourself a little party? Hey, it's nice to see the ladies coming and
Come on, Ed, give it a break.
A break? That's something you know of. Where's my money?
What's happening?
He's like, well, my neighbor and I are having some problems.
And Bruce said, oh, he's just mad about his lawnmower.
He didn't want to deal with him right then. We had come all the way up from Texas. We were here on a much more important and deeper matter.
Yo, loser!
And then he informs me that the guy's been saying really nasty things about Cecilia and Hannah.
Your women really get around. Where are the girls? When are they coming back?
Ed crossed that line. And that's a line that you do not cross with a father and a husband.
How dare you pull this BS? Just leave us alone!
How can I leave you alone when you're in my face?
Deal with it!
Deal with it? I'll show you how I deal with it.
Ed storms into his house. Bruce assures his guests his belligerent neighbors all bark, no bite, and best ignored.
He's not gonna ruin our time. It's just drama. It's not worth it.
Bruce had already fired at the grill. And we were fixing the burgers.
Bruce knew that eventually he just needed time to sober up and cool down, and then everything would be fine.
When Ed reappears brandishing his handgun, Bruce considers it another toothless gesture.
Yo, dirtbag! Play some better music! Some stripper music!
He's scaring me.
Pay any attention. Hey, Krista, you are about to have the world's best burger.
He was ignoring him. Uncle Bruce thought that he was kidding. He thought it was a joke.
He's not going to do anything. And Bruce is laughing.
Moments later, Helen arrives home and discovers the bizarre scene.
Ed was sitting, and Helen asked him what he was doing.
Ed? What's going on?
He's just pushed me too far. It's either him or me.
Helen has witnessed this blowhard side of Ed countless times, so she dismisses it and heads to her room.
She knew him as well as anyone was going to.
Burgers, you want one?
He calls over sarcastically to him.
Why don't you come over and find out?
Will you take some cheese with it? Better yet, how about a big fat pickle on it?
Bring it over!
Then, apparently tiring of this latest squabble, Ed goes back inside. As Bruce continues grilling, he makes an ill-considered decision.
Bruce looks at me and says, I'm gonna make him a burger. I was like, why? Why would you do that? He's obviously not happy with you.
It's all good. It's all good.
He was trying to make Ed laugh and de-escalate the situation.
Bruce, don't.
And I told Bruce straight up, I said, don't do that. I said, don't even go over there. I said, just leave it alone.
It's all good. It's all good. This will shut him up.
And he goes, he'll probably calm down because, I'm taking food.
And so I was like, okay, it's your funeral.
and he walked out of the gate towards Ed's house.
And you can hear Bruce go, "Yo, I brought these to you." And you heard 2 shots. Ed was waiting for Bruce to come around that corner. Bruce is walking over in mid-sentence and just nothing. You hear nothing except the gunfire.
Ed pulled out a gun, shot him twice, and Bruce fell to the sidewalk.
At first I felt like I couldn't move. And then I took a breath and I instantly turned around and I looked where Bruce had started walking. And without hesitation, I started to run.
Krista just barreled past me, and she didn't hesitate. She didn't think. She just went straight to where Bruce was laying.
I got you, okay? I got you. It's gonna be okay.
So Krista was trying to render aid.
Look at me, it's okay. No. I tried to stop the bleeding. I tried to apply pressure. Bruce was just staring at me, and he was still breathing.
But Ed's bloody rampage isn't over yet.
Ed is holding the gun, and he's waving it.
Bruce, look at me, it's okay.
He can't help him.
No.
He had it coming. Why don't you get lost before I have to shoot you next?
And he was calling her names and telling her he was going to shoot her.
What have you done?
He brought it upon himself.
Bruce.
I didn't like him saying things about me harming kids and that stuff.
He called me a pedophile, now he's gonna die. Are you crazy?
Yeah, watch out or you'll be next.
Somebody help! I didn't stop screaming. 911!
Multiple neighbors frantically summon police. But Bruce is running out of time.
In all of this commotion and this happening, I'm thinking, oh my God, Hannah's not here. The last thing I want to do is to tell Hannah that Bruce has been shot. And I don't want to do it on a phone call. And I had no choice but to.
We were on the way home. We get a phone call from Vicky.
Hello?
And Vicky goes, Ed just shot Bruce.
What?
And I'm looking at my mom and I'm like, what does that even mean?
What?
Meanwhile, Krista is still fighting to save Bruce's life.
I didn't stop applying pressure. I still kept talking to him, telling him not to give up. Said he wasn't allowed to die. But I knew that there was nothing I could do. Oh my God! Look at me! Leave us alone!
Ed, at this point, had stopped waving his gun.
They're coming. They're gonna help you, okay? They're gonna help you. He goes back into the house.
I'm going to jail.
What did you do?
And it took forever for them to get there. But whenever the police did arrive, Bruce was still alive.
They knew that Ed was still present. They knew that he still had a gun.
Okay, ma'am, come down here, please. This is the police. Come out with your hands up.
He immediately puts his hands up and they take him away, and he pretty much tells the police right there he knows he's going to jail.
Hannah and Cecilia race home, arriving within minutes.
To just go from running errands to seeing your husband bleeding out on the sidewalk in front of your house.
While police place Ed under arrest, paramedics arrive on the scene.
When the paramedics got there, we both knew Bruce was not going to make it.
Responders arrive at the same conclusion. There is nothing they can do.
You hear all of these sounds, but at the same time, you hear nothing at all.
I worry that the last thing he saw was me leave his eyes. I knew he was dead, but it didn't feel real until they said it.
Bruce Brown passes in front of his family.
I don't think anyone would have ever expected something so tragic to have stemmed from something as simple as a lawnmower being broken.
It's just ridiculous how far Ed took such a small incident. There's absolutely no reason anyone had to die. It's insanity.
All are left shocked and devastated by their sudden loss.
It was no longer a let's plan a week together to. Hey, we have to plan a funeral.
You go through the motions. You put one foot in front of the other. You do what you're supposed to do. And you do it until you're able to feel again. Because until then, you're just numb.
Bruce had to be to work at 5 in the morning, and I knew if he wasn't there, they'd be calling. And so I went up to the steel plant he worked at and walked in, and his best friends were there. And they said, Ed? I said, Ed shot Bruce. And seeing it, the realization fall on them was really the first time that it landed on me. That this was life now. Someone we trusted had really done this and ripped our family apart.
In January 2017, Ed Holzinger stands trial for the murder of Bruce Brown.
Ed Holzinger pleaded guilty to second-degree murder for the death of Bruce Brown, and he was sentenced to 261 months in prison.
After the incident, Helen moves away from the neighborhood.
Helen was there. She knew how upset Ed was getting. It should have never happened.
Bruce's family does their best to carry on and rebuild. But the emptiness of life without him will haunt them forever.
We lost our future. We lost our present. We lost the right to build a life together.
My dad was a hard worker, and I'm a union laborer now. I know he'd think that was pretty cool. It'd just be nice to hear that from him.
You have to let the grief out, and you have to be brave enough to move on. Because otherwise, you've let them kill you too. They've taken enough. Don't let them take what you have left.